Hello, KeyShot. I have a question for you. I hope it's simple. I have a drone that I'm working on. I created it in SketchUp. And I'm working on how to test this drone so it won't get damaged. And I created a chronic joint. I'm sorry, I didn't say that. It's a cardanic joint, which I created to be scalable. And this is how it looks in SketchUp, and it's a lot prettier in KeyShot, so I thought I would import it into KeyShot. I wanted this drone to be sitting with using these cardanic joints on a traveling support stand so that the programmers could work on the drone to get it to fly correctly, but this support stand would move around and hold on to it so that if they did something where it would crash, the support stand would grab it so it couldn't crash. And I thought to pull this in to KeyShot. And I imported this drone into KeyShot and modified some of the materials. I also, I was thinking of using cartoon colors to show the cardanic joint more accurately. Now, I do sometimes make some of the materials transparent so you can see what's going on. And so there's the drone sitting on the support stand. And I wanted to do a demonstration of how much tilting around the drone can do with these cardanic joints holding it. And I thought that I would create a demonstration of the amount of tilt and then see how that looks. So I thought, this again is in SketchUp. I would show, here's the drone pointing straight up, and here it is tilted to the left, here it is tilted to the right, here it is tilted backwards, here it is tilted forwards. This is just showing, and these little cardanic joints have been modified, not modified, but they have a hydraulic cylinder on them, and they changed the different configurations of the hydraulic cylinders, and that controls the amount of tilt. And the effect of all of this is you have this little field of different degrees, tilted back, not tilted back or forth, but tilted right. This is tilted right, tilted back, tilted right, tilted forward. This is in SketchUp. So I thought, well, let's see what happens if we try to get this into KeyShot. So I pulled that SketchUp drawing into KeyShot. And again, I think, if I remember correctly, I used cartoon material on the cardanic joint to try to get people to see more clearly how that cardanic joint works. And I pulled them in and gave them some materials. And the reason I'm going over all this is because changing all these materials from SketchUp into KeyShot just takes a long time. But there's tilted to the left and tilted to the right, and this is tilted forward and to the left and tilted backward and to the left. And it took a long time to import this. And it shows the way that this drone can tilt around. And I realized the drone actually has wings on it, and I wanted to bring in the wings, and I don't want to re-import the whole thing because it takes so long. And I thought, well, I'll just make the wings and bring them in. So again, here it is, the drone in SketchUp with its wings. It has a large set of wings on it so that it can fly slowly and stable. And I thought, okay, I'll pull this into KeyShot, and I realized I don't want to pull this into KeyShot because that's what chews up so much time. So I made this, and this is just the wings with their little connection plates. And I thought I could go into KeyShot and just import this set of wings. And here are the wings in KeyShot, and they have been saved as a KeyShot bit file. So I thought I could go into my other file and just import these. And so we're back inside KeyShot, and we have we got these little tilted things, and we go over here and we import the wings only. Oh. And I just kept the defaults here and imported it. And this happens. And the question that I have is, of course, one of the questions I have is, where are the wings? And I can click on the wings, and there they are. So the wings got imported in over to here for some reason. And I thought, okay, well, I'll move them. And this is the move tool. This is one of the questions I have for you. So this is the wings. That's where I want them. And this is this thing over here. And my question is, why is this over here like this? Well, why can't it be over here with this? I think I can click on that. Oh, no. And so my first question for you is, it's nice to use that move tool, but why is it that, let's see, let's global. All right, they're getting closer. And this is a wing that I've got to import and add on to this structure here. And I would like to take these wings and move them over there to that. And I can't figure out how to do it. It's like, where did it go? Why is this not over here where I'm working? Now, the geometry view is kind of helpful, because if you click on this, it puts this thing, at least it puts it where you're working. And so you can, you can fairly quickly get these wings. And I'm sure that you're much better at this than I am, but why is this so difficult? So we can lower them down. We're trying to get them to that, that center structure. So about right in there. So now we can close this. And we're getting close. They're almost there. And I sure would like to, in a very precise way, move them around. You can see that they're still not completely aligned on it. And the easiest way in the world to do this would be to have this move tool over here so I can work with it. And you can see that you just can't do it. And my question is, why can't I get the move tool to come over here to where I want to work? Why does it keep staying over? Now, one thing I did discover, you can take the entire model set and move it. And if it's in the center of the geometry, that seems to help. But what I really would like is for this to be over there. And the other thing is that these wings, all right, see, I need to move them over to there. And I just, when you click on the move, I have not been able to discover, it's just so frustrating, how to get the move tool to be right in here. And if you have some thoughts on that, I would have. So I was finally able, it was a terrible fight, to get these wings onto this center drone. But the wings are big enough that the spacing of these drones has to be increased, which involved, the first thing I had to do was take this this structure and expand it. And of course, when I expanded it with the scale feature, it disappeared over there and I had to go find it. And again, I couldn't get the move tool. But for example, these three need to be moved over. So the question would become, well, how hard is that to do that? So we'll pick 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we will move them. Now, this is something that I'm having a lot of trouble with. Why is the move tool right here now? It was way off. I don't understand what I did to make it be there. So I can move these over and increase the spacing a little bit so that this wing, because I have to take this wing and put it on these. And let's just take a look at well, you know, I have to take this and sit it up on top of this pedestal, and take this and sit it up on top of this pedestal, and take all 3 of these and move them over. And let's, for example, just say if I was going to move that, we'll hit move. Now, here's another one. Now the move tool is right in the middle of this thing. And why is that? I mean, I just don't understand. I wish I had some way to control where is the move tool. And because I would really rather that it be a little bit over here, because I don't want, when I'm working on this, to try, I got to lift this up and put it on top of that pedestal, because the pedestals had to be moved. And I just have to, you know, work on that. But why on this one is the move tool where it's supposed to be? and yet on the other ones it wasn't? That's my question.